Good morning, it's Alex with your Main Street briefing for Tuesday, July 21st. Today, hiring cooled again in the June jobs report, wages are still trailing inflation, and a rising share of owners can't fill the roles they've already got open. 3 stories, 5 minutes, done. First, the jobs picture. American employers added just 57,000 jobs in June, well short of the 115,000 economists had forecast. That confirms what a lot of owners already feel in their bones. We're in a low-hire, low-fire market. Bigger companies are holding on to staff rather than risking the cost of rehiring later, a pattern economists are now calling labor hoarding. For a small business, that cuts 2 ways. Poaching talent from a competitor is harder because fewer people are moving at all. But there's also less pressure on you to overhire into a slowdown you can feel coming. And there's a quiet opening hiding in the gloom. New college grads and workers leaving larger employers are turning to small businesses in bigger numbers this year simply because that's where the hiring is actually happening. The big company door is closing right as yours can open. What to watch? If you've been trying to fill a role, post it this week aimed squarely at recent grads and people exiting big company layoffs, because that's the pool that's genuinely moving right now. Second, wages. Average hourly pay rose 3.4% over the past year to about $37.50 an hour, but inflation is running above 4%. Do that math and your team is quietly losing buying power, even if nobody on your payroll has said a word or asked for a raise. That's a retention risk that doesn't announce itself, and it's the kind that bites late. Your best people don't quit the day their real wages slip. They start glancing at other listings about 3 months later, and they leave when a competitor's offer finally lands on the right Tuesday. In a market where fewer jobs are posted, the openings that do exist pull a flood of applicants, and that includes the people you can least afford to lose. Waiting for someone to threaten to quit is the most expensive way to run retention. What to watch? Run a quick paycheck on your top 2 performers this week and consider a targeted raise or a one-time bonus now before a competitor does that math for you and moves first. Third, open roles. A seasonally adjusted 32% of small business owners reported job openings they could not fill in June, up 3 points from May. Skilled trades and hands-on service roles remain the hardest to staff, and those are exactly the seats that keep the revenue flowing. Here's the operational cost. People underweight, a role that sits empty for months is not free money saved. You're paying for it in overtime for the people covering, in burnout that leads to the next resignation, and in the jobs and customers you simply turn away because nobody's there to do the work. Very often, that hidden cost is larger than the raise it would have taken to fill the seat. A chronically empty chair is a pricing and capacity problem, not just a hiring headache. What to watch? For any role that's been open more than 60 days, reassess whether your pay band actually matches today's market or restructure the job to fill it part-time or split it across 2 people. That's your Main Street briefing for Tuesday. I'm Alex, back tomorrow with 3 more. Go run your day.